She was over you a long time ago. She was looking for another man while she was with you. She dated other men. You were not in a relationship with this woman. You thought you were in a relationship with her. Hey, what's good, folks? You know what it is. It's your boy Podcasting with Jay, and I'm here with another video for you today, man. A simp goes on a podcast and tells his story about getting dumped by an OnlyFans model, man. I'm gonna tell you something. When I saw this video, I was like, what in the hell, man? What in the hell? But you know what? Let's get to the video. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Look at him. Fair use. This is from the Whatever podcast. Salute to those guys for doing a great job over there. So let's get to this video, man. Fair use. Fair use.
So you're single, Mick.
It's going to be in the inbox here.
What happened?
Well, that's what I'm here to discuss.
Nick,
that's
please,
what I'm
in
here
the
to
mic.
discuss about is being single now. Yeah.
All right, Nick.
Okay, before we get to this, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You could tell when a person doesn't have confidence. I don't know if he's scared. I don't know if he's kind of timid or scared, but he seems like he doesn't have confidence. Just look at him. He's just like, oh, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm like, Slim, you got dumped by an OnlyFans model. Then you come on a syndicated YouTube channel to tell your story, man. Have some type of conviction. But you know what, though? You a simp. And this is what simps do. Let's continue.
Give us the background here, okay?
So last time I was on the podcast that many have seen, I was with
Can you scoot
Keely?
into the table a little bit?
It's kind of hard between these
Or
two,
do you want to just hold the mic? You can hold the mic.
I can.
Just get close to it. Get close to it.
Okay, so last time I was on here, I was with Keely Rose, who is an OnlyFans girl, and yeah, she basically after 6 years of living together and being together every day, she left me for another guy, and she's currently
You were with this girl for 6 years and she's an OnlyFans model. First of all, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna have a chick be with me for 6 years and she's an OnlyFans model. Come on now, Slim. Like, was she an OnlyFans? Well, OnlyFans ain't been around that long. OnlyFans been around, what, 3 years? You are a simp, dog, to the 10th degree, man. Let's continue.
in Melbourne, Australia, with this other guy, and it kind of came abruptly out of nowhere for me a few months ago, and I was very heartbroken about it. But now I'm here, ready to discuss it and show that I am okay and I will survive.
You guys were married, right?
Were you guys married?
We were engaged.
Engaged,
and
right.
For a few years we were engaged, and I definitely was committed to her and definitely loved her and wanted to be in a monogamous relationship with her, and was monogamous during that period, even though she was doing things with other guys for
Yo, fellas, don't be like this man right here. This should be an intervention commercial. Don't be like this man here. You were with this woman for 6 years. You said you were fully dedicated to this woman. You were engaged to be married. And she was doing other shit with other guys. And you stayed around? Slim, you're taking simping to another level. Let's continue.
money. I always figured that at least, even if it was for money, at least she still loved me, and it was just sex. It wasn't love, and it wasn't making love, and she would come back to me, and that would be love. You know, now I'm definitely, you know, shocked by it. You don't expect your spouse to leave you for another man, but you know, stranger things have happened in this world, and so I'm not alone. I'm sure there's many guys in my boat, but I'm all right because I still have my dog, and we go hiking and do things together.
Did this dude say he has his dog? Yo, he says I'm good because I still have my dog. Man, if the dog can leave home, he would leave home too because the dog probably don't want to be there no more. That chick checked out a long time ago, man. She was just going through the motions, and when she found somebody else that could give her the life that she wanted, she just dumped your ass and just moved on. Fellas, don't be like this. Let's continue.
So at least I'm not alone. And I do. I am. You know, I purchased my first property for investment, so I do have cash flow that's going to be coming in soon. So I don't need her money anyway. And I'm purchasing a house in North Carolina. It'll feel pretty empty, you know, up in the mountains there without her, you know, because I was going to buy it with the intention of her being with me, but now it's just going to be my little buddy and I, and I'm going to build a recording studio in it and go hiking and hopefully meet someone new. So that's, you know, that's kind of what my deal.
I got a couple of questions before he even starts. First of all, you're gonna buy a big house in the mountains by yourself, you and your dog. Why don't you just wait? Buy something smaller, because I understand you want to do a recording studio and everything, but yo, if you don't have a family, why are you gonna buy all that property? But you know, each his own. I'm not gonna tell anybody how to spend their money, but each his own. Let's continue.
Nick, are you able to? Can you pull up? No. Can you pull up Dating Talk 65? That's the episode that Mick was on with Keely. We don't really need to watch anything, but we'll just show, because Mick was previously on with his then fiance, girlfriend. Just for context for people, they appeared together. Keely, at the time, and I believe still currently, she was a stripper, correct?
Well, she started as a stripper for a few years, and then when lockdowns happened, she wasn't able to make any money, so she went to being a porn star, and then from being a porn star to doing OnlyFans. And when she was on here, she hadn't done porn in like a year anyway, so it was like just OnlyFans that we were basically living off of, and then my income too.
But was she was doing scenes on OnlyFans with other men, is that correct, if I recall?
No, not necessarily, unless it was like a sugar daddy that was giving her you know, money, and then they would film content or something around it if there was, and then she
I gotta take a minute, man. So she was a stripper. This is my first time actually watching this. She was a stripper first. So you dealt with a stripper. That was your girlfriend for 6 years. And then when lockdown happened, y'all started the OnlyFans, and she was having sex with other men for money. So basically, she was a walking prostitute. Your girl was a walking prostitute. I could just tell that she was the man in the relationship and you were the girl in the relationship. I'm just being honest, man. Like, just watching him talk just makes me just, oh my God, yo. Fellas, man. You gotta do some research, man. Like, yo, you can't be this. I didn't think simping could be this bad, man. Let's continue.
But no, it was mostly just pictures of her and stuff, you know.
Just one sec. So while you were with her, she was sleeping with other men. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you feel like, if I recall the conversations that we were having about that, you said you were okay with it, but it occurred to me that you felt to some degree pressured by her to accept the situation.
I think at first I was like really disturbed by it and didn't want it. Then I started to get more used to it and become numb to the fact that that was what was going on. But then as time went on, it was like we're gonna have a home together. I want to have kids. I want to have
Wait, is this what you're saying, or is this what
this
she's
is what
saying?
I was saying to her?
Okay.
But she probably didn't want that. You're saying that's what you want. But what did she want? She wanted to live her life. She wanted to go out there and haul around while you just sat around looking like a dumbass. Slim, like you, bro, like you are the definition of just, yo, beta male to the 10th power, man. Like, Slim, it could not be me, man. Never be me, man. Never. I'm not sharing my woman with no other dude, man. No way, no how. And you were okay with this? I don't think he was okay with this. I don't ever think he was okay with this. He couldn't find nobody else, so he decided to deal with it. He wasn't okay with it, but he dealt with it. And I guarantee you, if she wouldn't have left him for another person or another dude, he would still be dealing with it. Let's continue.
Okay,
Like,
I see.
I want a committed relationship. I want to love you and cherish you as my wife. I don't want you sleeping around anymore. Like that started to sink in more as I was getting older. Like when we met, I was like 20, 21, but now I'm 27, almost 28. And a lot can happen in those few years. So it's like, I've matured now to where, like, you know, before I was young and naive, and now I'm like a man who wants to have a.
Okay, how old was she? If y'all were the same age, makes no sense. Even if she's a little young, it still makes no sense. I understand you were 20, 21, you were young. You probably didn't have, I don't think this guy had a lot of experience with women as far as like having a bunch of girlfriends. He was young, but over time, yo, you have to realize that something ain't right. This ain't right. All money ain't good money, man. I'm just being perfectly honest. All money ain't good money. Let's continue.
Full-time job, a committed wife and kids, and raise them and have a home and pay a mortgage and do all those adult stuff that I didn't want to do previously, when we first met. So it's a very different mindset. So I think we kind of went further and further apart because I wanted to be essentially a normal middle-aged adult in America.
Grid One Motorsports donated $100. Mick, you dodged the bullet there. Don't be a simp, be a pimp and move on to a woman that is not a 304 cum dumpster. Maybe get TF out of CA, take some testosterone, hit the gym. Your future children will thank you.
I hit the gym.
Yeah, that's something you need to do, man. You need to focus. If I was giving him advice, I would tell him focus on himself. Don't worry about these women, man. Focus on yourself. Focus on being a better individual. You're still young. You're in your late 20s. You're still young. You still have a lot of time. Just focus on yourself.
Every day, actually, right down the road here. But yeah, I agree with you. I did dodge a bullet. It could have ended worse. But the thing is that she wants to continue to sleep around, meet other guys. She wants to party and drink and smoke, and I don't drink at all. I don't party at all. I don't smoke at all. I don't do any of that stuff. I love socializing. I love meeting new people, but I'm not into partying and all that stuff. And that's what she really wants to do. And I think she's almost become like an alcoholic because she can't handle. I've done a lot of research into psychology, and I believe she's a malignant narcissist. And her coping mechanism for her anxiety and for her narcissism is to sleep with men, smoke weed, and drink alcohol to cope with that, because it's like almost like a mental disorder that she has to cope with to deal with all the stress and anxiety that comes with being a narcissist.
Well, see, this is the thing about her being a narcissist. If you know she was a narcissist, why did you stick around for 6 years? These types of what's the word I'm looking for? These types of things They just don't pop up overnight. This is something that was happening over time. You decided to stay in this relationship. See, this is the issue. This is the issue that a lot of men have. They will stick with a woman knowing that the situation is bad, but they'll still stick with this woman because they think they can't find anybody else. And women do the same thing. They think because, you know, this man is a certain type of man, they can't find another man. If that person is not treating you right, leave. Get the hell. You only live, you only have one life. Luckily, she did him a favor. She did you a huge favor, bro. She did you a huge favor, man. Let's continue.
And if you don't know what a malignant narcissist is, just Google it. But
so
that's just
how recently did you guys officially split or break up?
So she flew out about a week ago to Melbourne, Australia. So that was like officially the like it's over kind of deal for me. But we were keeping in touch for the past few months, and she was lying to me about it. She was kind of manipulating me and like telling me that she still loved me and she still wanted to be with me because I think she couldn't deal with the with me leaving her and being apart from her. So that was a very big stress for her. But I think but basically, like I went out and saw, we were spending time together and everything, and she would like completely ignore me and start talking to this other guy, and I'm like thinking something's up, and then she's.
First of all, man, I'm gonna end the video because the more I hear this, man, the more I just feel like this dude, there's no hope for him. This is what I gather from this information, from this video. She was over you a long time ago. She was looking for another man while she was with you. She dated other men. You were not in a relationship with this woman. You thought you were in a relationship with her, but she thought that y'all were just in an open relationship. You were in an open situation. She was dealing with other men. You allow her to deal with other men in a sexual manner. She probably loved you at a point, but the love faded away. You look like he just looks like, you know what I'm saying? You just look like you just don't have hope or faith. And I'm telling you, fellas, you can't be doing this, man. You can't be out here looking like that guy. That guy right there is the definition of a simp. The only thing that saved him is that she decided, you know what? I'm going to go to this other country. I'm going to go in and be with this other guy, do what I got to do, leave you alone. She basically saved you from yourself. So, fellas, let this be a lesson. Once a hoe, always a hoe. And ladies, if a man shows you off the break that he can't be faithful, you need to leave him. See, that's the problem. That's the problem that a lot of women and men have. They try to change the other person. If a person shows you their true colors in the beginning, they're not going to change. It's not going to happen. And people need to realize that stuff, man. Honestly, people need to realize this shit, man. Honestly. It's your boy Podcast with Jay, here with another reaction video. Hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments below. Until next time, peace out.